Regardless of what decision they chose for the future of the T'Challa character in the MCU, Marvel Studios probably would have received flack or some backlash either way, whether they decided to recast the character of T'Challa in Wakanda Forever or with the decision that they went through with killing off the character in the continuity of the MCU and making Shuri the new Black Panther going forward. And obviously I can understand as to why they'd want to recast right away, considering the fact that it would be too jarring for maybe the cast members and just the crew on board, as they had such a close relationship with Chadwick Boseman, and after his shocking passing that no one really suspected, it would be kind of a out of the blue experience for everyone on set. And while I understand that, there's also the other side of the argument that really expresses their distaste and concern for killing off the T'Challa character so early on in his career in the MCU. And there's also the argument of the fact that if they felt it was too soon to recast, then why did they go out of their way to make sure the film was released by the end of November 2022? And I'm not even gonna lie, I remember before the San Diego Comic-Con trailer dropped, I actually had no interest for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, because in my mind I'm like, okay, so you're killing off the main character, why should I care? I don't care, I'm not gonna really watch this. But then I saw the first trailer, I was like, I'll be watching. And then we know at some point in the far future that the T'Challa character will probably make a return, either through T'Challa's son, I guess T'Challa Jr. Maybe you have a time jump after Avengers Secret Wars. We're not really sure what the ramifications of that film will be. But regardless, it's vital that they make an effort to have T'Challa become the Black Panther again and be the center focus of future Wakanda-esque Black Panther films. Because there is a lot of missed opportunity with killing such a vital character in your universe. And then you have the issue with that, why killing off one of the most important Black male heroes early on that a lot of people latched onto. Because, there's a lot of people that can look past the actor's presence and just the fact that the character exists and what it means for them. And then I've also seen the argument, it's oh, well, it doesn't matter that if they don't decide to recast the T'Challa character because the Black Panther is a mantle, it's passed down. My argument to that argument is that most people who are Black Panther fans are fans of the T'Challa character. They care about future or current Black Panther stories because T'Challa is the main focus. And it's you look at the previous Black Panthers before him, most of them aren't even names you can recognize. There's only a few standout ones that have names, whether it be the first Black Panther or T'Challa's grandfather, T'Chaka or T'Challa, whatever. There's only a hand, you can only count them on your one hand how many are vital to that mythos besides T'Challa himself. And even though Chadwick's performance made that character so special, I feel it's kind of disingenuous and not fair to the character of Black Panther that there isn't a single actor out there who can replicate the success of Chadwick's performance or could play the character as significant as he did. Saying that he was the only person somehow capable of playing T'Challa is just kind of baffling to me. The importance of his death and how much of a emotional impact it had amongst audiences in Wakanda Forever. That's why I think after Secret Wars, because they could just do some multiversal shenanigans or whatever, some sort of continuity soft reset. Like I said, I'm just going off of what the comics kind of did. And regardless if it's actually the little kid from the post-credit scene in Wakanda Forever or if it's just a brand new T'Challa in general, keeping him around the MCU after, let's say, Secret Wars and the Mutant Saga or whatever, not only keeps him relevant, but it gives us the audience a chance to explore more of his character arc that was cut short in the phase 3-4 era of the MCU. Imagine us never getting T'Challa and Storm together on screen.
See, now that's some bullshit.
Or him having encounters with Namor or Doctor Doom, joining the Illuminati, or having some sort of interaction or team up with the Avengers, which we never really got to see much of other than in Infinity War and Endgame. I think one of the best examples of this done well on screen is in the cartoon Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He was a pivotal character and one of the main players of the Avengers roster in that show. And with them killing off T'Challa in the MCU, I'm starting to see the ripple effects on this, not just in the MCU but in other mediums as well, because you have the Black Panther game in development by new development studio published by EA, a new studio called Cliffhanger Games. And this game was actually rumored to be in development a long time ago, or not maybe that long ago, but I think it was a few months back, either late last year or earlier this year. But that same source that gave out the rumor that EA was working on a Black Panther game also stated that the game won't focus on T'Challa, but rather your own customizable character. So it's you get to basically create your own Black Panther character and what it's to take up the mantle.
Giant bomb. The project is called Project Rainier, and that refers, I believe that refers to the mountain in Washington. We'll get to why that's relevant here in a second. It is a single player game. It is in very early development, and the game starts with Black Panther being dead, and the player is going to take on the challenges of becoming the new Black Panther, and that seems to be the setup for the game. It is very likely being produced by the new Seattle studio that was founded by Mono.
It's not confirmed or anything, but it's just one of the rumors that were there, and I hope that's not the case, because personally I would much rather just play a game about T'Challa than create my own. Whether it's like they're killing him off in that game as well, or maybe it's like set in the past, like before like World War II, whatever. And then you also have the Captain America and Black Panther hybrid game that isn't about T'Challa either. Since it's set in World War II, it's about Shuri, T'Challa's grandfather. And now in the more recent runs for Black Panther, you have him getting like exiled again from like Wakanda, and him believing that he's not worthy of king or whatever, just like kind of diluting the significance of the character overall. Bro's got beef with his own people, bro's got beef with the Avengers, like bro can't catch a break. And then there's also like the ripple effects of like the normies, because like these people think that Black Panther is just a character specific to the MCU, and how that whole like black culture stigma that was going around the first film's release.
If you really want to prove to black people that you love us and you care about us and you are down for the cause, do not go see that movie opening weekend. You buy your ticket, you give it to a black person or a black family who can't afford to go. You make sure that every black person in that theater can enjoy that movie in peace. You make sure that you...
Cut the shit off, bro. Cut the shit the fuck off.
What is it?
Bro, what is he doing?
I fail to realize that the T'Challa character has been around for like 50, 60 plus years in Marvel Comics. It had such a significant impact on like Avengers events or events leading up to Secret Wars. And now, even though I'm not like upset at the fact that they killed him off in Wakanda Forever, considering how soon it was after his death, I think like at some point, fairly soon, that you should go the recasting route, as having the T'Challa Black Panther character in the MCU, you're getting rid of an icon that served as such a significant role model to like young black kids, and just having the missed opportunity to have some of the biggest, most influential Avengers stories in which T'Challa played such a pivotal role. And I have nothing against people like, you know, Shuri taking on the mantle temporarily, but like no matter how many Black Panthers there are, T'Challa will always be the primary Black Panther, just like Bruce Wayne with Batman, Clark Kent with Superman, etc. I mean, how cool would it be to see like the Doom War storyline adapted into the MCU, or him interacting with the Fantastic Four, and hopefully this new iteration of T'Challa will actually demonstrate how intelligent he is, because a lot of people don't realize he's actually very intelligent in the comics. He's able to work alongside the likes of Tony Stark and Reed Richards. And then you think about how much effort Chadwick Boseman put into his portrayal of Black Panther, but it's like only to kill off that character going on for years to come. I feel like it's a bit disingenuous to that fact. But I respect the decision to maybe not recasting so soon, but like I said earlier, down the line, I think it would be best to keep the T'Challa name in the conversations going forward, and to recast like after Secret Wars.